bit different. I've had a lot of people ask me for a review on this product, and I've just been kind of putting it off, because my battery and stuff and my charger kind of died, so I don't really have a working battery or charger at the moment to really use it. But during the time I did have a working battery and charger to use it, wow, did it absolutely blow my mind. So, this is the Valken Alloy Mk3 AEG. Actually, we're going to go upstairs and do this where the lighting is better, because the basement is honestly cold, and the lighting down here sucks. I got a light here and a light over there, which works when it wants to, but there's a light bulb right there. It just doesn't freaking work, because somebody doesn't know how to wire electrical. Whatever. But that's a different topic for a different day. Another fun story. So, before we begin, make sure you guys like the video if you haven't. Subscribe if you're new. And if you guys want to see yours truly on a YouTube video, I urge you to go check out the Illinois Airsofter, who just uploaded his Funny Moments Part 2, which yours truly was included in, which was a nice surprise to see last night. So, let's touch the basics. So you're going to have a metal lower and upper receiver, a 15-inch, I think this is mil-spec actually, M-LOK segment rail. So you're going to need M-LOK segments because the gun doesn't have any on it when you get it, but they do have some handy rail Picatinny's at the 9 o'clock, the 6 o'clock, and the 3 o'clock positions. I've taken the liberty of taking my 6 o'clock position and throwing a classic Army hand stop on there for when I'm laying prone and I'm trying to use this as a marksman rifle. That's kind of what I'm going to turn this into. Now, the stock tight bore in the gun is nothing to really shake a stick at. Mad Bull barrels are better than the stock tight bores in most guns nowadays anyway, and you can get those for like 20 bucks. So I do recommend upgrading the barrel and hop-up unit. But the hop-up unit on this gun is actually pretty nice. If you pull back the charging handle, you will actually expose Valken's new rotary-style hop-up, which is actually pretty flashy. I do like the red tint to it. It stays, it clicks into place. It doesn't really click. Yep, rotated phone. But it's sturdy, so if you adjust it, you're not going to have it go off on the field. Now, of course, once you open up the hop-up chamber, there's also a functioning bolt release on this gun on the left side of the receiver. If you don't know how to close a bolt on an M4, well, that's a shame for you, but most people know how to. So you press that in. On this side, the bolt release, bolt closes right up, covers the hop-up, and you just close the dust cover or keep it open. It's entirely up to you. Now, the one piece I'm not going to cover on this gun is the buttstock, because this buttstock is not the stock buttstock that comes on the gun. This is a Crytek 6-position buttstock. The one gripe I have about this series of guns, and Valken guns in general, is how uncomfortable their buttstocks are. The first gun I had from Valken was a TRG-M, which was actually featured in the Motor City Airsoft video, which is that tan-railed M4 that I was running with the tracer unit. Since then, this is my only other Valken purchase. And this wasn't even a purchase, I got this on a trade. And it's been a pretty reliable gun. Another one of my gripes is the A2 style motor grip with the ridges. I feel a straight grip without the notch would have been a better choice for the Mk3 series, as they kind of do try to market it as a marksman's rifle. That is my main gripe. Basic motor change, motor height change, screw down there. Don't know why that stream interrupted. My phone literally just spazzed out, and I'm just sitting here talking, and it didn't touch it at all. Maybe Valken's listening and they don't like my criticism. Who knows? But I have been trying to find other parts for this gun, specifically from Valken, because I do want to get the PDW-style upper for this weapon and the PDW-style stock. So I can basically change it from being a marksman's rifle to a compact PDW-style weapon when I need it. Because there has been times at my big at our open place here at our local field in Kopmish where I've wanted a shorter weapon to move faster and be able to do my job. And then there's times where a rifle like this can actually be the enemy team's worst nightmare. Now at the front of the gun, you've got a full metal flash hider. Now this thing is pretty big and it can be removed, but it will ship with the federally mandated orange tip. The threads are 14mm negative. I've already taken mine off. And we'll show you guys. I took this off yesterday because I was honestly tired of looking at this bright orange flare on the tip of my gun. All the alloy series comes with these big bright orange tips. You can take them off. You can keep them on. The law says you should really keep them on. When these are being transported, I transport them with the tip on. When they're not, I usually, during gameplay, I will take them off. And then when I go to take them home, I will put the orange tip back on. So you've got a few different options for muzzle support for different brands of muzzle brakes, amplifiers, suppressors, stuff like that. Personally, I like this little 4-prong aggressor-style compensator that I have, that I actually got with a gun that I bought off a guy, I think it was like a year or two ago. So it's simple, pretty much just align the thing and slide it on there and screw it on. And voila, no more orange tip. And honestly, I do like the way this looks. It makes it look like a Lavoa. It looks pretty neato. Kind of like the vents of the muzzle brake fit with the weird vents on the rail. It kind of looks good in my opinion, but that's just my 2 cents. I'm going to end up putting a suppressor, a mock suppressor on this, and increasing the inner barrel length a little bit. I want to R-hop it, change the hop-up unit. The hop-up unit is pretty decent out of the box, but of course, everything can be better with upgrades. Always can be better with upgrades. The gun will take any type of magazines from your standard mid-capacity magazines, which, little plastic mid-cap. The high caps that come with the gun, the magazine that comes with the gun is a metal high cap flash mag. I didn't get the gun new, so I didn't get that mag, but I run Valken high caps with it, which just pop right into the gun. There's a little bit of wiggle in the receiver. That's another gripe of mine, is the wiggle in the mags. Because holy moly, that wiggle. Like, look how far that moves on a wiggle. That really shouldn't be moving that far. Another cool thing that this rifle supports is my favorite thing in the world, because when you just don't want to lob around a support weapon for your squad, just go online, spend about 30 or 40 bucks, and you get a double drum mag, or a drum magazine. Now this one is not the best. It's an AIM Sports. I got it with the gun. I actually got it shortly after I got the gun. The guy who traded me this gun is like, oh, hey, I have a drum mag for it. Do you want it? I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? I'll take it. Because I could literally just sit there, park up on top of a building, switch to semi-auto, and just go ba-bop, 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 ba-bop. And not have to reload for about, I think this is 1,000 or 1,500 rounds. So, tons of rounds. And it has a pressure switch to wind the mag automatically. Now, my main gripe about the main stock on the main Valken series of the alloys, honestly, is the comfortability of the stock. Now, when these first came out, I was actually able to hold and feel some of them out at my local shop. And that was when I first noticed that. I was like, well, if I buy this gun, I'm going to have to change the stock. I can't stand it. It's basically their same old position, 6 position, or 3 or 4 to 6 position stock from their Battle Machine series that they just slapped onto the alloys. I would have loved to see some innovation on the stock because it's the weakest point of the gun, in my opinion. The battery space on the gun with their standard crane stock is pretty good, but I do like Crytek stock better because with their stocks, there's actually a little... This backplate actually goes out a decent ways. So I can stick a brick battery in here in the back, a small brick. The gun comes wired to Tamiya, so no problems there. If you're running Deans, you're going to need a Tamiya adapter, which are a few bucks. Overall, the time that I've had with this gun has been absolutely insane. Before I even traded this gun, I fielded it. And I was doing terribly that day, if I remember correctly. I was doing pretty bad. I was using a Tavor 21 bullpup. And then I pulled this out. The next game was an attack and defend on the depot. We were defenders, so I basically took up position on top of the depot with this beautiful thing. And it's only got the iron sights on it. These are not the iron sights you will get with the gun. They're straight iron sights. You will get a canted set with it. So, again, another reason this gun markets to marksman is because it literally includes the canted iron sights that hang at a 90 degrees. So instead of aiming like this with your gun straight down the iron sights. If you buy this gun new, you're going to be canting it. Which you don't know what canting is, it's basically tilting the gun a little bit. Now, when I get the canted iron sights again for this gun, that's why the hand stop is here, because the hand stop makes it a little bit more comfortable to hold it all the way out here. The Picatinny's on the end are smooth. The rail itself isn't rough. It's sturdy. Nice metal. Made pretty well. I do like the circle vents on the either side of the top of the rail, which very nice aesthetic look to it. The fire selector clicks into place pretty easily, and this thing has a micro switch trigger. So basically, you'll hear it break. This allows for fast follow-up shots and continuous rate of fire. Best thing about that is with the marksman rifle, with this thing being in semi-auto, it works pretty well. The only thing I've had go wrong with this gun is that it sometimes jams up in semi-auto to the point where I'm in a firefight, I'm in a firefight, I'm firing in semi-auto. I just dump 10 rounds at this kid and all of a sudden the gun stops working. I have to flip to full auto, pull the trigger for 2 seconds, the gun will clear itself, and then I can resume firing in semi-auto. I don't know what causes that issue, but I'll have to look into it. The receiver quality is top-notch for being a metal receiver. The gun is about a little bit lighter than a Crytek, but not as heavy as, say, like a light machine gun. So if you wanted to take one of these and slap a drum mag on it like I have, you're not going to be weighed down with 10 pounds worth of gun. This is about 5 to 6 pounds at most. And that's with the aftermarket Crytek stock. All in all, I gotta say, this gun's pretty solid. I wish they would release the alloy series parts for this gun so I could take the upper from the alloy with the outer barrel for the PDW series and be able to swap it on the go, like the Crytek. That would make this gun a competitor in the scene if they offered that kind of support, but sadly at the moment that support does not exist. So Valken, hear my pleas. Make these uppers for sale. Because I know there's people who are going to have the Mk1 PDW, the Mk2, I'm sorry, not the Mk1 PDW. The Mk1 just came out. It's their shortest version of this. Second to the alloy PDW, which is an absolute monster. My buddy has one. I fielded it. I love it. I want it, but I can't convince him to trade this for it because he loves it that much. At any rate, guys, that's going to be it for me here today. I've got a few other things to take care of, including taking care of some cleaning around here. And we are going to be trying to get another action camera here in the coming months to do some airsoft stuff, just because it's going to be easier to upload airsoft stuff than it is to travel all the way out to Six Lakes. Or not Six Lakes. I can't remember where Possum moved to, but it's way north of me. And it's going to be easier to record and edit airsoft stuff for you guys for the time being, instead of actually trying to travel all the time to do videos. So hopefully you guys are okay with that. I know some of you guys enjoyed the last airsoft video, some of you didn't, but that's okay, it's hit or miss. At any rate, guys, this has been Vix with Flobo Gaming, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.